Elegance candles. And on day 8 on my walking journey to the gym to get on this treadmill. Told you I am beating this pre-diabetes. I am beating this pre-diabetes. I've been doing great every day, and my eyes are clearing up. And I am doing it. I am doing it. Like I said yesterday afternoon, I'd like to thank all of you who keeps encouraging me. All of you, excuse me, who's telling me how to eat, especially my daughter. I give my daughter, my youngest daughter, a big shout out because she's really encouraging me. And this 30 minutes on this treadmill is good. So I am going to continue doing this walk on this treadmill every day. I'm not walking around the neighborhood. It's a good neighborhood, but I just don't even want to walk in the heat. Either I can do it early in the mornings, but I like going to the gym, getting on and getting off and go back home. And I'm on my way back to work today. We back to work today. And I can actually show you when I get back at home, my rainbow candles, they turn out beautiful. I am so proud of myself. Like I said yesterday, I'm so excited. I was so excited and so happy. And that everything turned out the way it did. I just looked online for the spray bottles to do my room sprays. And I'm going to have to carry a couple of, go ahead and order some diffuser bottles. Those are two. Well, I always had spray bottles on my line, but the diffuser bottles will be the new item on my line at this particular market. And when I order from Counter Science, they'll be here by Friday. They don't do a 2-week thing. I pay extra money anyway for shipping. So they have my stuff here immediately. 1 or 2 days. I placed the order Wednesday. He'll be here by Friday. And the same thing where I get my fragrance oil from, they'll have mine here the next day because I think they ain't got nothing to do in the warehouse. So. But for the holidays, I am going to go ahead and order all my fall fragrance up early for the holidays. That's what I'm going to do, order all my fragrance up early. Order early for the holidays. Where I can have my stuff already there because shipping just costs so much money. And I'm going to let y'all look. Inside. This is the gym. A lot of you want to know about the gym. This is the gym. They have a lot of other things in here, but I don't know how to operate them. And I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe one day I have some time, I get online and we can y'all can show me, either talk to me through and show me. Hi, Miss Dallas. Good morning. How are you? Thank you. Auntie Box. Hello, how are you? And I am 63 years old. That's how old I am. I am enjoying my life. Oh, had to eat me a little bowl of a little container of yogurt because I was hungry. And because I know I had to get on this machine, and I didn't want to get on this machine hungry. That's something I did not want to do. So I'm setting this up now. The machine up. Workout performance. Belt started, that's it. All right, it has started. Let me walk up this mountain. A little bit more. And so how are y'all wonderful people doing early this morning? Y'all in the gym? Are y'all working out? Or what are y'all trying to do? I know I am back at the gym, and I am working out. Put it back. Well, yesterday afternoon I got on my live and I was trying to hang up my live. I had a problem with this phone. Oh, Lord, this phone going out, so once I make some money, I'm going to go back and get my little iPhone. I got an iPhone. I may just take it and see if I can get somebody to transfer this number over and start working on using my iPhone. See, I'm not an Android person. I love my iPhone, but my oldest daughter bought this phone for me. So, I never had a problem with the X, and I was inside the house and I was trying to turn it off, and I had to just reset the whole entire phone. So I'm gonna ask Chat GPT how I can go in and edit my phone, edit the end of the recording. I probably go through CapCut or something like that, and how I can edit the song that live, because it was awful. I couldn't get this phone off. I was so mad I couldn't get this phone off, but it's all good. It's all good. And all my counter work came out beautiful, smelled good. I'm gonna go back and trim it down and cover them up and put them in boxes. And I'm gonna see, I gotta see what size those boxes are. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to get some more boxes, some white boxes. That's the reason why I like order all my stuff in large quantities. So I order everything from Uniline. So I'm going to, I got another set I need to do. So that's 6. I got 4 more to do. And the reason why I got it in small quantities like that, because I don't have no sales. So as soon as I get my sales up and I start seeing orders come in, then I go larger. I need to do, like I said, a 12 of everything, but I have not. This is, like I said, this is the first year I actually started working in my business, because I had my business for 3 years. And this was my first year doing it. And I think I'm doing good. I would do a show here and there I didn't do nothing in the summer. I didn't do nothing in the spring. I always did it around the fall. But no more of that. I'm doing it all year round. I'm gonna go out to a lot of vendor markets. After I get my car fixed, that's the first thing. I got to get my truck fixed. I don't know what's wrong with it, but we're gonna find out what's wrong with it. And good morning, Alfonso, your last name? I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but good morning. And thank you for joining in. I don't know how to, I got to get that fixed. Got to get it fixed. Because I want to go to a lot of vendor markets. I sign up through a guy that I wanted to be in the state fair. And I signed up to be in a lot of, I wanted to be in the state fair last year and I couldn't because they already had enough candle makers. So I changed had to drop candles and put collections, which I'll be doing other things. I think I showed you last night when I was on a recording, my book sleeve, I had one of my book sleeves I had made. And I think if you look at, when a lot of videos drop, you just have to sit there and watch them because some of them I did show, like a little pouch and all that stuff I already had made. Those were just samples. So this weekend, because I know my candles will be ready, all I got to do is work on my labels. And this weekend I will be dedicating time for sewing after I finish my big project. And I think I already got it part of the way done. I just got to sit down and finish it up, and I'm trying to finish it up by, it depends on how tired I be when I get in from work. I can do my project for school. Trying to finish up this BA degree. And they're trying to get me to take 2 classes, but I'm not gonna overwhelm myself with that. Now if I finish in 2030, that's just finish in 2030. That's the way I see it. And the reason why I'm back in school and I want my degree, for one, I already have associates. And my dream was always complete my BA degree. And that's the reason why I want it. That's a goal that I had set to get my BA degree. Because every time I started, I had to stop. And that's the reason why I tell kids, take one class at a time. It may take you forever to finish, but there's a goal at the end of the road for you when you finish. So I didn't really have a lot of time to study. I was up and down the road with my son with the AAU basketball, football, everything that he wanted to do. I spent a lot of time with him. The girls was fine. My oldest one, she was grown at that time, and she helped me a lot. And my youngest girl, she was very brainy, so I made sure she had what she needed to read. And we just talked to a lot of different congressmen, and she did a lot of work for the state. She did a lot of volunteering for the state because that's the era I took her to. But she could know the congressman, she could know the governor, and she worked as a page. And I tell y'all parents, you want your child to be in something, keep looking and looking and looking. Because they're always, you may have 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5, 6 children. And every child don't do everything the same. You take time with each one of your children. I don't care if it's 20 to 30 minutes a day. And you read articles. And because there's an article out there that describes your child. And there was an article out there that described my child, because my child was a little heavy when she was growing up. But I didn't let that stop her. Me and her, we walked. I tried to help change the eating habit, but she was like I was when I was growing up. I loved to eat. Man, I can just put down some groceries. But we didn't have snacks the way these kids have snacks. We didn't have potato chips and candies and cookies like that. Mom and Daddy didn't give us that. We had to eat that fruit on that table, or that apple or that orange. Now they would let us go in the store and get Remember those big old long ginger snap cookies with the little round corners? It was round and had pink in. That's what I grew up on. We couldn't get but one of them. But we didn't go to the store. And we had penny candy back then. Candy back then was penny. Now candy is what, 25 cents for one piece? 30 cents for one piece? I think I went somewhere 50 cents for one piece. But we could get that, but they didn't allow us to have it because, like I said, Mama baked. Mama was a baker. Anything sweet you want in that house, you getting it baked. Cookies all the way down to a cookie. So, and she made ginger snaps. Yeah. So, I didn't cook that much. I cooked just enough to get them through because I always try to maintain my daughter's weight. I tell you, her grandmother got hold to her. Her grandmother put her in that kitchen, showed her how to cook, started hitting them pots and pans. Oh my God. So she been cooking ever since then. I think she was about 12 years old, might be a little bit younger than that. Because her father came out of a big family, so, you know, all those girls had to cook. And her aunt helped her make a cheesecake. They had the whole neighborhood talking, you know, she still stayed in that neighborhood, had the whole neighborhood talking. And she did very well. But I didn't want her to grow up to be a cook or be a chef. I want her to be more than that. I didn't set my mind for that. I wanted her more. Now, if she wanted to be a chef, that would have been fine. Chefs make great money too. But I want her to do more. And what I did, I got it back then was the Black News and Black Pages, and a lot of different articles came out. And they had this article in about children obese. And when you find obese, they normally go to the left. Or they normally get in groups and gangs and all that. I didn't want that for my daughter. I didn't want that for my son. I didn't want that for my oldest daughter neither. And to prevent that, I spend a lot of time with all my children. Then there's another article came out how the children, if you want your child to work at the State House or be a pager at the State House, but you had to be a certain age. There was an age requirement. Well, I had transferred my daughter from one high school to a new charter school. And at that new charter school, they tested everybody who came through there. And she maxed out on the test. And she got into college early. So she had college classes, I think 1 or 2 regular classes. And when that opening came for be a page at the State House, I contact my representative in my area. I contact my congressman in my area. And I took her there and they talked to her and they showed her around and they wrote the reference for her. And I tell you what, she got that job as a page because she was in college early. And she said, "Mom, you would not believe who I'm working for on the floor." She said, "No, Mom, I do not deliver mail. I do not pour coffee." I like, what? And she said, I said, "Okay. Good morning, Miss Gaming. Good morning." And I said, "Okay." She said, "I am working side by side with South Carolina Governor, Miss Nikki Haley." I said, "Really?" It was so good to hear that. And to this day, she's still, Miss Nikki Haley, ex-Governor Haley, knows my daughter. And my daughter knows her. And you know, it's good to put your children in places if you can. A lot of people say because you poor, you can't get in those places. Because you don't have money, you can't get in. That's not true. That's not true. It's all in what the parents sent their mind to. So I spend a lot of time with all my children. And I love all three of my children. Now my oldest one, my parents helped me raise her because I had her when I was in my late 20s. And they helped with her. Well, no, in my early 20s. I had her when I was 20. And they helped a lot with her because she was the first grandchild. And they just did everything for her. But I always kept her dressed like a little princess. I didn't want nothing. Nothing. I didn't want nothing to happen to her. And she always been my princess. And she, to this day, she's my princess. That's all I can say. And she was a beautiful child growing up. She was just, right now, she's a sport. She's very, very sport. She rotten. But, hey, well, you can't help that when you raise them like that. But she know when I mean business. She know when I mean business. But she's smart too. She's very smart. Very intelligent young lady. She got her associate's degree. Man, all of them got associate's degree except that son. His son ain't got not one piece of paper, but that high school piece of paper. And I'll be fussing at him every day. I ain't paying for no more college. That's over. You want to go and finish up that engineering degree, you better pay for it yourself. I ain't paying for it. I'm done. You should have got it when you're supposed to get it. So, and I enjoyed my children growing up, but now it's Miss Catherine's time. Everybody is doing well. I think Lacey got 3 more months, I think. I think my youngest one got 3 more months in school after the summer. But right now, it's Miss Catherine's time. I did my job. Hey, I made sure they had what they needed. Couldn't give them everything, but I made sure they had a roof, made sure they got educated, made sure they had food and clothes. I didn't buy the name brand stuff going along. I bought the most important stuff. They wanted some name brand. I said, well, look at that name brand price. And I believe in giving my children an allowance, because my parents gave me an allowance. My dad would give me $5 a week when I was growing up. So I believe in giving my children an allowance. The daddy would send their child support. I give them a few dollars out of that child support check. That was the allowance from the daddy. The rest of the money go to the household. When I got paid, I gave them allowance out of my paycheck. I think my son and my daughter, even my oldest one, they got allowance every week or 2 weeks, however I got paid. And both of my children had about $30. The younger children had about $30 in their pocket a week or every 2 weeks. And I said, you spend it all up, and you get ready to go shopping, you ain't got no money, that's gonna be on you. They will save their money. My oldest one, she got more than $30 because she was the only child for 15 years. So, you know, I would give her money and buy clothes and shoes and everything else. I did the same thing for the youngest one. I still buy clothes and shoes. Didn't have much, but what I had, God multiplied. And I stayed in the church with my children. I paid my tithe and offering. And every time I get a check, I give God 10% of it. So, right now, I don't have my vehicle. So I can't get to the church I want to get to. So I listen to it on TV. Else I just don't listen at all. I read my scriptures by myself. And Lord knows my heart. And when I used to go out of town with my son with AAU, I would find a church to go to on Sunday morning. And I would go to a church on Sunday morning. I tell the coach and the other parents, I found a little church right down the street here. I'm going to go to that, but I come back to the game. So my baby girl and I, we go to church. Stay up underneath the blood. And I'm still up underneath the blood. Because without God, we can't do it. We can't do it if we don't have God. We don't know something about the Lord, we can't do it. So I pray every day. May not get down on my knees, but I pray in my mind every day. And that's the reason why I say it's my time now. Because I got to take care of me. And this pre-diabetes mess, I'm going back. I'm making an appointment for my regular doctor to get this pre-diabetes check again. And I'm going to the doctor to get that done. And I got to get an eye exam. So it's time for my yearly eye exam. And time for me some new glasses. Because I'm always on the computer. Always on the computer. Because I do so much work on the computer. And I'm just going to try to stay focused. It's all about Miss Catherine. That's who it's all about now. It's not about none of those children. It's all about Miss Catherine. And I'm going to take care of Miss Catherine. Because I want to live till I'm 88 and 85 years old. And I can if I take care of myself. If I take care of myself, I can live. So, blood pressure, diabetes, all that, man, that's going back to where it came from. Especially that diabetes. That's the reason why every time I go to the doctor, my blood sugar, not my blood sugar, but my blood pressure is good. Anybody coming in my life to aggravate me? I ain't worrying about nobody. I'm going to enjoy life that God put me on this earth for. And I told my son yesterday before he left out, I thank God for him because he's doing a great job about making sure I have what I need. And I said, you know, you got to listen to the word. You got to take care of your mama until you decide to get married. And then when you get married, mama have to move away. Not move away, but just step to the side. Because whoever woman you married, you got to cater to her. You always can come there and help your mama, do things for your mama. But you got to take care of your family. So he said, well, Mom, guess what? I'll be taking care of you till your eyes closed because I am not trying to do all that. Which he ain't. I hope you don't never get married and have any kids because that thing's selfish. But it's all good. It's all good. And this is what the Lady of Elegance collection is all about. It's working. And doing things for herself. And what I like to do. And that's what I'm doing. I'm watching a little football, little NFL football, which I ain't no big football fan. But you know, I always like Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, going through. Because that man worked hard and he went from one game to the next game, from baseball to football, from football to baseball. And you know, God had his hand on Coach Prime as a young boy. And you see how he was working, so he got that in him. He can't sit now because he's so used to doing one to the other. And Coach Prime, man, you are awesome. God sent you in those young men's life for a reason. And I wish I could have got my son to you. And you could have helped me along the way with him. But didn't know nothing about you coaching ball back in the day. All I thought you still playing ball on the field. But you are an awesome man. You raised a beautiful family. Your sons, all three of them are awesome. Your daughters are awesome. And the mothers also help with those children are awesome. And life is not easy. Nothing in your life's gonna be easy. Everybody go through hard times and relationship breakup. I went through how many relationship breakup? I can't count. Because I ain't put up with the bull, man. You come to me with that foolishness. You ain't come to me but 3 times. Third time, yeah, I'm walking away. So I walked away. And Coach Prime, you did the right thing when you walked away from those relationships. Even though you had children, you took care of your children. That's all that mattered. You took care of your children. And you did a great job taking care of yourself. My heart, my prayers go out to you for God to continue to heal you. Because I know you have good days and bad days. You're not feeling well every day. But you get up and you push yourself. And God, Lord, have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. He got a blessing waiting on you. He got a blessing waiting on you. And your children is so blessed they have a father like you. I tell you, God is good all the time. And there's a lot of great fathers out there. Not only Coach Prime, but a lot of great fathers out there. And a lot of young fathers are great fathers. A lot of young men are great fathers. But they got to go through it to get their children where they need to go. And you got to fight for your children. And Coach Prime, you are doing that. You fight for your son, Shador. Now you're fighting for Shiloh. And you always fought for Dion Jr. And you gonna make sure those kids where they need to be. Shiloh, get your hips back to Colorado and help your father. I know you doing your own thing, you're a young man, but your father needs you there. Get your house in Colorado and get out of Miami. Miami is not the place for you, Shiloh. God got a blessing waiting on you, Shiloh. He can't give it to you until you do right. So I don't know what you're out there doing. I can't say. But get back to Colorado and help your father until you get that knock on that door. I'm praying that you get on that Browns team to help your brother. But if not, whatever team you're at, you're going to get a knocking on the door. And this time it's going to be official. And you're not going to be a practice jersey or a practice game. You're going to be out there working with the team. And control that temper. What they call you the headache gang. You know, you live up to the name that you call yourself. You know that, right? So bring that head down a little bit, Shiloh. Bring that head down a little bit. I know you're strong, you muscle, but you're gonna have to think twice of things you may be doing. When you get back on that field, I know people are after you on that field. Just don't swing back. Just walk away. You see them be trying to pull on you because they want you off that field permanently now. Just in the name of Jesus, let's stop this foolishness right now. You ain't got to say it out loud. You can say it in your mind. Because they're coming again. They got away with it one time. They're going to try to get away with it a second time. So, Charlotte, keep your head on. Think twice. And I know the NFL is hard. Anything you want is hard. But love you, Shiloh. And love you, Shador. Love you, Dion Jr. Y'all young men are working hard. And you're showing your father that you was working hard. But Shiloh, my mind keep coming back to you. You got to get out of Miami and get back to Colorado. Where you get yourself in something you can't get out of down there. That place is dangerous. It's a dangerous place. Move on to Atlanta if you want to Live somewhere. Atlanta's beautiful down there. You don't have no protection down there in Miami, Charlotte. Now, unless you got your potsies with you, if you got your road dogs with you, now you got all the protection you need. But every time I see you be by yourself except one guy, you need more than the one guy. You need an entourage. I know you know what an entourage is, but I believe your dad done told you about an entourage, but I believe your dad had a whole bunch of entourages in his day. You ain't never seen Dion by himself. Dion doesn't talk all that crap, but Dion can back that crap up. So, Charlotte, get out from down there. I'm kind of worried about you back down there. So, my 30 minutes up. Miss Catherine got to come on back to Lady of Elegance's collection. And I got to get back to work today. And I am doing great. And I'm going to walk on back to my house, and I'm trying to get back there with might do a little. I can't do too much early in the morning because I have to get ready for work. But, you know, I'm back at it. And I will see you. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because I appreciate all of the comments. I appreciate all the subscribers. Thank you so much for the subscriber. All the subscribers who have subscribed. Thank you so. Ooh, I left me. And I can't get back in. The door is locked. Oh my God, I can't get back in. The door is locked. Oh man, this is the reason why. Nope, can't get back in. The door is locked and my keys are locked. And I got my phone. Let me see if I can find the maintenance guy. Now I'm to put my keys in my pocket, and I did not put my keys in my pocket. Well, I'm going to end this live because I got to call maintenance. I can't get into my house or nothing. My keys are inside the gym. And this won't happen no more neither. Making sure my keys are inside my pocket from now on. But y'all have a great and pleasant day. And enjoy your day. Love y'all. And thank you, viewers, subscribers. One have not viewed and one have not subscribed. Thank you too. And I will see you tomorrow morning at this time. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.